Good gardening afternoon, everyone. Here is where I planted the peanuts, and with all of the rain that we got, it appears I'm growing grass very well. As you can see, the little green there, that's not plants, that's grass. And as you can see, lots of grass. I expect the peanuts to sprout sometime between now and Wednesday. So we'll see if we get peanut sprouts soon. Over here, you can see the drip line, but we have our sunflowers planted, and some of them are beginning to bloom. You can see they're forming little blooms. And over here you can see a pretty bloom there. These are supposed to be Joker, but they don't look like Joker. This is supposed to be chocolate cherry. That one does look quite pretty. Again, supposed to be Joker, doesn't quite look like Joker. And that is supposed to be a black oil sunflower. As you can see, my herbs are doing quite well. And here is our last dwarf sunflower. Our mailbox garden seems to be doing okay. I look forward to adding some zinnias here soon. As you can see, I need to cut the grass, but here are all of my zinnias, many that are coming up from seeds from last year's plants. As you can see from these zinnias, these are all Ice Queen, but they're not uniform. Here are the gardenias, and as you can see, they're blooming. Gardenias are one of my favorite flowers. You can see this nice, beautiful white bloom. Here's the main garden, and as you can see, my potatoes are starting to turn yellow. It's time probably to dig these soon. However, with all of the rain we're expecting, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. These are the carrots, some going to seed, and then the others here ready to pick. And here's one that some critter left on the ground, but I'm going to pick that up later today. Here are the tomatoes. These are quite interesting tomatoes. I've got some regulars like this one and this one, which is an Amish paste. But if we go a little bit deeper into the garden here, past the onions, you will see this one right here, which is called a snowball. That is its ripe color right there. It looks like parchment paper. So I'm going to be picking that one soon and tasting it. And over here is another tomato. Different kind. Now here we're heading to the cherry tomatoes. And most of these are ready to be picked. I'm going to come in and pick them probably tomorrow. Lots and lots of cherry tomatoes. Red, orange. And there I do have some black cherry, but they're not producing yet. These are the garlic. They're also ready to be picked. But again, with this weather, I don't know when I'm going to be able to cure them. These are green beans and pink eye purple hull peas. Now what's interesting is we do have some little figs here. Yay, I'm so excited. This is Ava Brown, the Everbearing Fig. You can see that we do have some bee feed seed flowers coming up. as well as blackberries. There's the Mars grapevine, more bee feed seed flowers, and more blackberries. Now this is the butterball, and the butterball has never given me figs, so hopefully maybe we'll give it a few more years and see if we can get some figs off of it. Again, more blackberries. Now this is Cyrus. Cyrus has put on new leaves. I'm hoping that Cyrus will bloom soon. Cyrus, the Persian lime. And here is Frosty, the Arctic Frost Eureka Lemon. And Frosty has two little lemons. Hopefully you can see them right there, two little lemons. And then we move to Satsu the Satsuma, which is blooming yet again. More blooms. And Satsu has several Satsumas on the tree. You can see the little bitty Satsumas. Now this is the tomatillos, and as you can see we have bunches of tomatillos. I never knew they were so prolific. And then here are the rattlesnake pole beans, the nice pretty pink blooms. And there are a few beans on these already. There's one right there. And you can see at the very tip is beginning to turn that purple color. They're going to be variegated purple colors. And you can see the beans are on both sides of the fence, growing up the fence. And there's our radish. Here's our pumpkins, the variegated leaves. These are all Cherokee Tan. And the Cherokee Tan is beginning to vine. Here is the blue Bayou pumpkin. And so far we have blooms on the pumpkins, but they're only male blooms. I'm taking you on this side of the garden fence because I want to show you the cucumbers. That's a female cucumber. You can tell it's a female because it has that little cucumber on the end of the blossom. Now, let's see if we can find a male bloom here. Okay, that's the female. Here's a male. See, there's no little cucumber on the end. It's just a blossom. That's a male bloom. Here we have our kale. We'll be cutting some of this, and some of this we're waiting for the seeds to develop. And here's our zucchini. And I'm going to show you the zucchini in here. Right there. I've already harvested a zucchini from here and had it. It's very good. And then there's more zucchini here, as you can see. And it does look like we're going to get some squash, some yellow squash. And there's our bean and cucumbers. Now, more seeds. We're waiting for these to turn to seed, and then we're going to collect this. I thought I'd be doing that this week, but I'm going to wait another week or two. Here is our wedding veil viburnum, our Carolina jasmine, our blueberries. Still doing good, still making progress. We happen to have a little bamboo problem that I'll need to take care of next weekend. There's our star jasmine. Here are our raspberries. I'm not sure why these guys are looking so different from each other. If you look at the little raspberries, they look like they had maybe poor pollination or something. But if you look at the raspberries here, they look like normal raspberries. So I'm not sure about that. And there's my gladiolas. Have a wonderful week full of bountiful blossoms and blessings.